Welcome to Arizona 230, Field Density by the Sand Cone Method, and AZ230 T217, the Speedy Moisture Test. Prepare your test site. Clean away all loose soil and rock from an area of about 3 foot square at the spot where the test is to be made. In areas compacted by a sheep's foot roller, it is necessary to get below the depth of the foot imprints. Next, the top of the material at the chosen location shall be prepared to a plain and level surface for an area slightly larger than the size of the base plate. The base plate shall then be placed on this level surface. Next, a hole shall be dug approximately the diameter of the hole in the base plate and to the desired depth, usually 6 to 8 inches or the depth of the lift. While digging, especially using a hammer and chisel, care must be taken to avoid prying, as this may deform the hole, disturb the surrounding material, and give a false reading. All of the material removed from the hole shall be carefully recovered and put into a suitable container and covered with a lid or a damp cloth, also making sure to get the hole as clean as possible. This operation shall be done as quickly as possible to avoid any excessive drying of the sample. Weigh the filled sand cone apparatus and place over the base plate with the cone down. Make sure the valve is closed. A match mark on the cone of the apparatus and the base plate is required to ensure that the apparatus is placed on the base plate the same way every time. Make sure there is no construction equipment operating in the immediate vicinity, as any vibrations will cause a false volume determination. Open the valve all the way and let the sand flow freely, being careful not to jar the apparatus while the sand is flowing. When the sand ceases to move in the bottle, close the valve and remove the apparatus. Weigh the sand cone apparatus with the remaining sand to determine the volume of the hole. Be sure to weigh to the nearest 1 gram. Reference to Method A Proctor. If referencing to Method A Proctor, continue as follows. First, weigh the material removed from the test hole. Next, screen over a 3-inch and number 4 sieve. Then, with a small brush, clean as many fines from the rock as possible. If any rock is retained on a 3-inch sieve, verify this with the sieve analysis and call this the end point. The sieve analysis will be reported with a note stating the density is not determinable due to rock retained on a 3-inch sieve. Now, weigh and record the weight of the material retained on the number 4 sieve. Immediately weigh a moisture sample from the passing number 4 material to be run either by speedy or the hot plate method. Determine the percent of rock using the following equation. If the rock content is greater than 50%, or 60% in the case of aggregate base, report the sieve analysis with a note stating that the density is not determinable due to excess rock. Note: when conditions prevent density determination in areas due to the presence of excessive rock or rock retained on a 3-inch sieve, an attempt shall be made to compact these areas comparable to those surrounding locations where the required compaction was found through testing to be satisfactory. If less than 50% or 60% in the case of aggregate base is retained on the number 4 sieve, proceed with the calculations in your workbook. AZ230 T217, the speedy moisture test.
All right, make sure the speedy moisture tester is clean before each use. Insert 2 steel balls. Weigh your sample according to the manufacturer's recommendations for the weight. Place it in the cap. Three scoops of reagent. Make sure you hold it at a horizontal position so the reagent and the soil do not come into contact until it is sealed. Invert it vertically to combine the reagent and the soil together, and you are going to shake it for 60 seconds for granule materials and up to 180 seconds for other soil types. 6.2. And to make sure this test is valid, you want to make sure that all the soil has been pulverized and there's no clumps.
Please be sure to read all of the materials available in your Field Technician Certification Workbook.